Igra koju smo mi Hrvati odabrali da predstavlja našu državu je Sinjska alka. Pravila igre su da jahač jaše konja i mora pogoditi alku i mora pogoditi u sridu koja donosi najviše bodova. 1715. godine su počele Sinjske igre povodom obilježavanja godišnjice okupacije Turaka na kojem su Sinjani pobijedili vojsku Turaka.
El nombre del juego se llama Pizzi, jugamos en el colegio en la clase de educación física y básicamente ese juego es muy divertido porque formas parte de un equipo, entonces todo el equipo participa porque en un momento u otro todo el mundo chuta y todo el mundo ha de intentar coger la pelota al aire. Entonces es divertido ver cómo la gente corre hacia atrás e intenta cogerla, porque hay muchas veces que es muy difícil coger la pelota al aire.
Играта се викат извидничка топка. Таа игра е наменета за извидници на сите возрасти. Тоа е баш специфично за играта. Може да играат и мали деца, може да играат и возрастни луѓе. Се игра во два тима и е многу интересно што немаш никаков физички контакт, а цело време се бркате едни со други. Ова игра играме на секој извиднички настан кога дозволуваат времето да се играат. Нели секој извидник посакува да се играат својата игра и кога ќе се собериме сите на едно место практикуваме да играме.
The name of our sport is Vitezbo in Croatian, but as we are in exchange, there are also names in different versions, like Cavalleria in Spanish, Cavalry in English, and Vitesse in Macedonian. Our game, it consists about two teams of 6 people. That it's a mix between 3 sports and nationalities. One part of the rules are from Spain, one from Croatia, and one from Macedonia. So our characteristic is that we have like a zone that is like 6-foot step between the line and the net, that you only can be there if you are in the back of someone, like a horse basically. It can only have one horse for the attack people and for defense. And there is another rule too. And who is in the back of the person of the attack, it has to have like a scarf. So the defense has to try to take it off so they couldn't make a goal and it cancelled. Also, one characteristic of our sport is basically that the net has different parts. One of them is like a circle that it counts 2 points if you score on it, and 2 squares that if you score it, it only has 1 point. And the game stops when you arrive at 5 points. Also, when a ball goes to the floor, when we are out of the zone, the ball automatically it goes for the opposite team, and you have to pass it under your legs basically, and that's it.
We invented Freezeball. Our game is for 2 teams, 5 players in each team, and it's played with a frisbee. When a player has the frisbee, they can't move. They have to make a pass to their teammate. If they try to make a pass and it falls to the ground, or the other team touches it while it's flying, the other team gets the frisbee. But the first pass they have to make is towards their own goal. You can only shoot for the goal from the side of the field where the goal is on, and there is a 3-meter radius around each goal where players can't spend more than 3 seconds, otherwise they get a penalty.
Our game's name is Alka Scarf Ball, and it's a mix between Alka game, a scarf game, and football. So it starts with 2 teams of 7 people, and you play with a football ball, and each team has 1 goal. The goal is made with alka, like there are 3 circles, 1 in the bottom and 2 at the corners. The bottom counts 1 point, and the corners 3 or 5. The 3 one is bigger and the 5 one is smaller. So one team has to score a goal and the other has to defend. To defend, you don't have to steal the ball, you just have to take the scarf off, and when they take off your scarf, you have to freeze. When someone has to take your scarf, you cannot touch the scarf or move the scarf. You can just move your body and try to avoid the other people taking your scarf. So you stop, and then another teammate has to get the ball and try to score. So this game is about 7 minutes, and the team that has more points wins. You can touch only the ball with your legs, and I think that's all.
So can you tell me what did you learn on this youth exchange?
I've learned that you can find the most amazing people in the most unexpected places.
I learned different languages. I learned capoeira.
I learned to communicate in English with other people without having fear.
So one thing that I learned in this project is about capoeira, and that I love it and that I will continue doing it.
In this exchange, we learned a bit of Croatian and Macedonian. For example, Zdravo, ja sam Cecilia, a ti Migomir. And in Croatian, Vog, ja sam Ana, a ti Dragomir. And other things.
So usually I'm not a person who is going to play in teams, but in this project I really learned how to do that, and I was really happy about it.
I learned dancing capoeira and how to better work in team.
I've learned how to play oro.
In this project I learned how to work with people and how to communication with them.
I learned that beside all our language barriers and cultural differences, you can still bond and make new friendships.
I learned how to be a strong individual.
Dobar dan i dobrodošli na naš Bora Bora sportski događaj. Mi smo se ovdje družili zadnjih 8 dana zapravo, i ovi mladi ljudi iz 3 različite zemlje, iz Španjolske, iz Makedonije, iz Hrvatske, su bila razmjena kultura, sportova, jezika i tako dalje, i kulminacija našeg druženja je upravo današnji dan gdje ćemo pokazati nove sportove koje smo mi izmislili.